Hi, besties. Good morning. I'm actually really excited to do this video because for two reasons. One, it was requested to me by a friend of mine, actually, so thank you. But also because now I'm kind of able to see what you guys want to see more of. And instead of me just trying to guess and do things that I think that you'll enjoy, now I actually know what you will enjoy. I'm going to be doing a beginner makeup tutorial. Things first, I need to take off this filter so you guys can see what my skin actually looks like. All right, there it is. I've always had like a little red nose, kind of like Rudolph, it is what it is. It's my skin. I don't know how to clip. Does this still work? I don't know if this still works. Hang on. Okay, I think it works. I'm just gonna keep it really, really simple today just because I also have a lot of errands to run. I don't want to overcomplicate this routine because a beginner makeup routine shouldn't be complicated to begin with. You're not gonna need 1,000 products. I'm just gonna teach a few little techniques and tricks that I've learned over the years of doing my own makeup through trial and error. But also remember there's something that might work for me, might not work for you. So let's go. Also, how cute is my little strawberry coffee mug? I love it so much. Okay, I need to get my hair out of my face. And, I always wear this one. I think I got it from the dollar store or something. I'm not even kidding. And I use it almost every day, especially for makeup and washing my face. So, first thing first, with any makeup that you do, you always want to make sure that you have a clean base to start with. So I just did my normal skincare routine, which is in like a video that I've done a few times. So you guys should know my skincare routine by now. Just do a double cleanse and then I just do a little bit of oil on my face just because that works for my skin. And it's been well over 20 minutes, so I've let it really sink in, let it do its job. And so now we can get started. Okay, so I always like to start with mascara because I will be getting it all over my eyelids, sometimes on my nose, sometimes on my face. Those who wear it can understand. So I always like to start kind of with like the messiest part of my makeup routine, micellar water and some Q-tips, clean it all up, and then continue and not have to worry about it. For those who are very conscious about the lines on their forehead, I don't really care. It is what it is. But when you do your mascara, you're like, going like this. If you have makeup already on your forehead, like foundation or concealer, and you do your mascara and you're scrunching up like that, because I don't have Botox, my forehead still scrunches, right? If you scrunch for a certain amount of time, once you relax, you'll see that there's a line or a few in your makeup. So if you want to avoid that, recommend doing mascara first. So let's do it. Everyone has their own way of doing mascara, but for me personally, what I find works best is if I use a small compact mirror. So I've just got my e.l.f. Pressed powder. I just use the little mirror here. That way I can really get close to my eye, see all my different lashes, make sure I'm getting the ones that I want to get because there are different techniques to be able to get different results. For the sake of today's video, I'm just going to do something very, very simple. Tip, if you really want your mascara to apply flawlessly, put the whole tube just before the line here in a cup with warm water for about 5 minutes. It will make sure that the mascara is not clumpy, that it sort of warms up a little bit, and it's just a much softer application. Got my mascara. There's always a little bit of product at the end, so I kind of like to get it off the butt. It has different bristles on it. So I'm going to be starting with this one right here, just because the top one holds a lot more product and I don't necessarily want to go in too heavy right away. So I'm just going to do the first lash on here and then I'll show you the other one up close on the camera. Because so I did just a very basic look for this one. As you can see, I've got mascara all over my top eyelid, which is why we have the micellar water to clean that all up afterwards. So don't panic. It's okay. We're getting close and personal. Sort of start right at the base here. You really want to pull up from the base very gently though, because you don't want to get any of this on your waterline in the corner. You're gonna look crazy. It's okay. Trust the process. It is so hard for me to not, it's so hard for me to do this and not like have my mouth open. But I'm having so much fun and I hope you are too. Ah, yeah, see, that happens. Then for the inside corner, you're gonna take the end of your brush. I'm just gonna do it in this compact mirror just because it's a lot easier. And that way you guys don't have to see up my nose. I've always wondered, why don't makeup artists do their lashes on camera? That's probably why. Very gently applying it to the inside lashes. It does tickle a little bit the first couple of times, so just be aware. And the same thing on the outer corner as well. So now that we're done with this, we're just gonna clean it up. So I've just got some Q-tips and I've also got my micellar water. So I'm just going to do a little cleanup. I found an eyelash. Make a wish. Good job. I find that a lot of people tend to put concealer under their eyes, expecting it to sort of mask it and take away the bags under their eyes. Misconception. When you apply something bright to something dark, it's not going to cover it, it's going to enhance it. Green concealer will help with any pimples or red blemishes. You want to find what is the opposite of that color that will cancel it out. So for me, what I found that works is because I do have purple, sort of purple bags under my eyes. That's always kind of been what my skin has done, no matter how much sleep I get. Skincare, it doesn't matter. I always have purple bags under my eyes. So I find that having a foundation that's a little bit on the orangey side will help to cancel out that purple. For my concealer though, I usually do put it on my nose after my foundation or in place of, just depending on what kind of coverage I want. Because if I just put concealer all over my nose, it is going to make it very white, very bright. And you might still be able to see that redness underneath because this doesn't cancel out red. I'm going to put a little bit of my foundation under my eyes, just a little bit here. I have been editing this video as I go, and I know that it's going to be two parts. So I'm so sorry. I tried. I talk a lot. You guys know me. So this is going to be in depth, but it's going to be beginner level. Brush versus sponge. I think that it's a personal preference. For me, I do find that a brush sort of applies a little bit smoother. You can also use your fingers, whatever works for you, really, whatever feels more natural. So I'm just going to use the brush. I also have this little one on the end that I'm going to switch to get on like in the corners and right along my waterline. Sort of made it a little bit bright just because of the light, but if you sort of see here, it sort of disappeared. It sort of melted in. I went and did the other side of my eye. As you can see, the product that's already going onto my nose is already starting to cover it a little bit. As you can see, it sort of brightened it a little bit, but in a way that doesn't accentuate the bags under my eyes as a concealer would. It's sort of minimizing it while still keeping it natural looking. I'm so sorry, besties. You're gonna have to go to part two. I'll see you there.